Oh my, oh me, oh my, I'm a classic man. You're the classic man. Hello, everybody. I'm Melissa C. Williams, and welcome back to the BBPN Business Podcast. And today I want to talk to the classic man, okay, or the dapper Dan, or the high value man. I want to talk to you about making your own products, product development, starting your own manufacturing company, even if it's in your home or your basement or your garage, okay? That's the real clout and that's the real flex, okay? Let me just start out by saying I hear this word clout being thrown around. The real clout is being able to make money without actually having to put much work into it, okay? Making money in your sleep. And one of those ways is to make a product that just keeps selling and selling and selling. How about the products that you buy yourself as a man, things that you like? Let's talk about things like a hat, suits, clothing. I started making tie-dyes, and I not just making tie-dyes, but I decided that I found out people liked the bleach dye. And instead of just making the shirts, I also was making the pants. I decided to start making my own hats, and the Scully or the beanie hat, and also the gentleman's cap is something I tried. I tried several of them, and I'm going to keep trying them until I really perfectly develop them right. Okay. And those are some things that if you can make hats for yourself. If you're a tailor or you know a tailor, you can start designing suits. Absolutely high class suits for men, for the discerning man. Also bow ties or ties themselves. A lot of this stuff you can go on YouTube and start learning how to do it. It's a process, okay? Things that I've seen men and women like are cigars. I myself am not a cigar smoker, but listen, a lot of you guys already know how to roll weed or the cigarella. So why not learn how to, make a cigar? It's not that difficult. Yes, it takes time. And you're going to have to invest in a mold and I think it's tobacco leaf, but these things you can order online and start practicing. And I think it's the glue. There's a lot of things that you have to order, but guess what? It's worth it to have your own product, okay? You can do it handcrafted. Handcrafted is like the best. It's like that cognac, it's the taste of it. A lot of people like mass production, and that's where you make good money, but also handcrafted too. Tie-dyes, people like the handmade tie-dyes it's a different look, it's a different feel, and I say it's like made with love. But this is the place where you start, okay? Especially if you're a popular person, people are gonna buy from you, okay? Start developing your own product brand. Some other things are coffee beans, packaging your own coffee beans and starting your own brand. I'm a coffee drinker. I know a lot of people, we're running on empty out here. So coffee is very popular. Think about raw goods, thinking about raw goods and commodities, okay? Another thing is skincare. This is huge. There's people who have acne, discoloration of the skin, bad skin, bumps. Bump cream is another one. Think about starting out with a raw product such as shea butter, okay? This is a good one. And this is a good way to start out making lotion, hair products, skin toner for people who have pigmentation problems. Also getting into the bump cream. There's a lot of natural products that we have in our cabinets at home. And we also look to your ancestors, look to your grandfathers and your great grandfathers and your family members. Find out if they have any, a lot of these people grew up down south and they know how to make products, or in the Caribbean, they know about these things. They have formulas already set out. Another place to go to get help. I started making foot powder, and foot powder is a really good one. Foot powder, foot spray, because people have They have problems with their feet, fungal, if you're in the service or you're wearing boots all the time, you might have fungal problems and or just an odor or whatever. So I had started teaching my children and their friends how to make foot powder as their first business. And how I learned how to make foot powder was from a pharmacist. So there are pharmacists who have been around for who've been in business for 40 years in your neighborhood, in your community, and they're willing to share information with you. They know stuff, they know formulas, and they can give you the basics of how to make something, and then you can take it from there. Okay, they can tell you the base products that you can use to mix to make these things. Just in case you didn't know, a lot of these things are not as difficult to make as you thought. As you start to think about what I'm saying, start changing your mindset. Look them up on YouTube. Ask your family members, grandfather, do you have, or grandmother, do you have any recipes or things that as you're sewing, can you make this, such as a do-rag? Things that we take for granted that are cheap. Let me say this, something that's $1. Now, if 1,000 people purchase that product in a day, look at your profit margin. That's what we're talking about, okay? The dollar store is doing pretty good for a reason, okay? Even though there's no dollar stores anymore, it's $1.25. But the point is this, all these dollar products that people think, oh, it's just $1. People will toss like $100 worth of dollar stuff in the store and continue to go there every day and spend their money. So these are things that you need to think about. Making relish. Pickles are a good one. People love all different types of pickle, garlic, I don't know, they just love pickles. So if you're a pickle connoisseur, if you are a barbecue sauce, seasonings, hot sauce are things that a lot of you are making. Frozen daiquiri is a good one. I saw that somewhere and I just had to tell you. And you start making these products and you can order your labels online. Write down the ingredients or how it's formulated, or get a template made if it's clothes or a hat or a beanie. Bean pies are a good seller. Desserts, lemon cake, chocolate truffle, chocolate cake, chocolate. People love that. Pies, people like even lemon meringue pies. Some of you guys used to work in bakeries. Look back into your past. You have skills that you didn't even know you forgot you had. Sweet potato pies. People love sweet potato pies, okay? Yams, desserts of any kind that you men can get into and start. Wood carving for, canes. Developing end tables and coffee tables, okay? Upholstering. I think I've gotten lists of them. I wrote down a list. But to end this podcast, I want to say, and don't forget, writing your own story, your own book, okay? Memoirs. Memoirs is a historical account of something that, yes, that you did, and it's is something memorable, okay? Something huge, or maybe not even huge, it doesn't even matter. So writing your memoirs, maybe some of you picked cotton or tobacco. You want to talk about the account of what it was like doing that back in the day. How it was back then as to how it is now, how you made products, how you made food from scratch as to now where you're buying everything, okay? If you were the architecture on your architect design on a building or a bridge, if you were a jazz musician or a singer, you sang with Sinatra or Sammy Davis Jr. or something like that. If you were in a band, your popularity back in the day, if you were on Broadway or in a play, in a movie, If you were in the military, if you were in active duty, if you were actually in a war, talk about those things in your memoir. Also, find those pictures so they can add them to the book. You don't actually have to write the memoir. You can write down the things, write down what you remember, or you can also get a cassette recorder. I don't even know if they still have those, but I think they do at like a Walgreens or a CVS or something. You can get a cassette recorder and just talk into it, or do it on your phone. They have voice recorder. Okay, start talking about what happened. Okay, and then you can have somebody like myself. I like to write. Or you can hire anybody, a ghostwriter, who can actually start putting it down, typing it out, and turning it into your memoir or your book. Okay. Another step, which is really awesome, telling your story, something that happened to you in the past, whether good or bad, that you want to get out, trauma, okay, in your home. These make good stories. I'm actually writing my own, okay? I'm finishing it. I'm finally finishing my book, The Red Dress, okay? I have been writing, starting and stopping for years, and I finally decided to just get it out there. So anyway, that's coming. Get your book out there. Tell your story, your memoir. Let it out. Your trauma, your victories, your successes. If you had a good job, you want to talk about it, what you did for a living. Then after the book is done, this is even more fabulous. So a lot of you have family reunions, and you also have family reunions on your social media. Okay, you have your own groups. Okay, so you can upload your memoir and change it into changed into a documentary. Okay, where somebody narrates what's going on and tells your story in the pictures. Okay. Also, you can turn it into a film. You can put it on YouTube that you can watch on television and show everybody. A lot of you have your own big screens that you have at your house, whether it's in your backyard or whatever. Set it up and make it into a film night. Okay, have fun. If you were famous back in the day, tell your story. Don't wait for your story to be told by somebody else. Tell your story. Write your memoir, and then somebody can help you get it out there. And you never know; it might get picked up by a network like Aspire or some other show. Might pick it up and say, you know what? Let's start. Since you already have it done, let's just put it up on television. Okay, so I hope this helped you guys, give you a little bit of insight into how you can go from consumer. This is something we learned all of our lives, to consume, but we never thought about being on the opposite side, which is the seller. And if you ever watched the movie Baby Boy and some of these movies like that, take those things, the positive aspects from the show or the movie. The positive in the Baby Boy to me was when he got a revelation and he learned and said, you know what? I see everybody out here. It's commerce. It's about give and take, reciprocity, balance. A lot of you are always consuming, buying, overindulging, but you never think about the fact that you can actually be the seller, okay? The CEO, the big boss of your company. And whether you are younger, older, retired, you can do this. If you've been at a company for over 30 years, consider starting a business, even going into business with a partner or having somebody invest in you, okay? You can, this is why I wrote my books, okay, that you can buy. I have some if you want to order from me. I can discount them. Start your own damn business. This is why I wrote the book, okay, for those who have already been in corporate, who have already been working in blue collar and want to start a business but don't know how. All the steps are in the book, okay? They're in the book, okay? Everything from registering to your business plan. I have everything, samples in here. I have your contracts written out. It's like a blueprint. And that's why I did that, to make it easier for you. Okay, so you can order Start Your Damn Business Start Your Own Damn Business by Melissa C. Williams at Amazon.com. How to start a black business and financial tips. Okay. And I hope that helps you change your mindset. Go out here and be great. Love you guys. I'm Melissa C. Williams, and I'll see you again with another BPPN Business Podcast.